Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are now listening to and if you're new to the podcast, I'll explain briefly what it is I do here. But first, welcome all my narrators. That's what I call people that normally listen to this podcast. And if you're new to the podcast, I'll tell you what it is I do here. Basically, I provide positive frames of reference about Black people and Black culture. The name of the podcast is the Narrative Podcast, and I change the narrative one episode at a time by destroying negative Black stereotypes. And how do I destroy the negative Black stereotypes? By providing positive frames of reference about Black people and Black culture. The reason why I designed this podcast was I felt the media does a horrible job at portraying Black people and Black culture in a positive light. So we needed something to, highlight our successes and showcase and demonstrate everything we're doing right in the world, rather than always seeing us on the losing end of it, or short end of the stick. That's what I was trying to say. Such as going to jail all the time, in poverty, no fathers present in the home. Basically, they just hypersexualize our women and hypercriminalize our men. Portray our youth as, degenerates or delinquents. Excuse me. Well, yeah, degenerates too, but the word I was looking for was delinquents. But so we do positive things. We impact and change the world, and that's what this podcast is all about. Highlighting and intensifying those images rather than perpetuating negative images. So, if you're new to the podcast, I go over my format with you. What I do is I greet the audience, which I've done. Then I extend an olive branch to Black-owned business owners, which I will do in a moment. And then plug a contest that I'm hosting, which I do in a moment. And then first I promote, after I do that, I promote the Black-owned businesses that aligns up with my theme. And this month's theme is Black History Month. So the Black business-owned businesses I'll be promoting will line up with that theme. And the reason why I promote Black-owned businesses is to showcase and demonstrate, that you can start a business. Most of the business owners that I promote on my platform started out with nothing, minimum to no education, not formally trained in their current field that they're dominating in, but they found a way to make it work. They stepped out on a faith. They attracted like-minded people and just made it work. And then also they hire their own and keep the Black dollar circulating in the Black community and do outreach in the community. Those are the types of businesses I like to promote. So after that, I spotlight a prominent figure. Then after that, I do a health and wellness tip, and then a speaking point, and then close out with some final words of wisdom. I try to keep it roughly under an hour. That's my ideal length for the podcast is no more than hours. If I go over, these days it's only like about 10 to 20 minutes. When I first started, I was having like 1 and 2 hour long episodes. And the platform I'm on, they don't really have a time limit, but just, listening to social media, listening to podcasts, watching podcasts. I know nobody really wants to just, sit up there and listen to somebody talk for an hour or over an hour, especially if they don't have guests. And I don't have guests just yet because I just started in June, so I'm very green. I'm still working on a whole lot of things. I'm getting everything in motion, but slowly picking up speed, slowly becoming an entity, building an audience. And so I am becoming a brand. I'm getting tons of offers. I got options on the table, basically. So I'm going to keep on working full steam ahead until I manifest this into something that can benefit not just myself, but all of us. So I need your support, continued support, and aiding me to do that. So, all right then, I'm going to kind of switch it up on this episode. It's going to be, I've shortened it because I want to share some, I've shortened the black businesses that I'm going to promote. Because as I said, I like to try to do a bio about the black business owners to, to showcase and highlight their journey, that they didn't have everything figured out when they started, but it is possible to, not become a product of your environment and rise above your circumstances and make the necessary change in life that you need to. So this time around when I'm promoting the black-owned businesses, I'm just going to give you the website. And another reason is because I couldn't find any data on the creators of the business. There's like literally nothing popped up. So, but in a new curveball, on this episode, I'm doing 2 spotlights. Now, when I originally started doing spotlights, it was just like one person. Like every week, what I try to do is do a male and a female, but I'm doing 2 people, and you'll find out why when I get to that section. But one is a woman, and another is a very, very, very great man that we owe a lot to. So, and you'll find out why when I get to that section. But before I dive in, I just want to share some really good news. What kind of good news? I was a little disappointed when I got it. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But still, nevertheless, let you show that I'm building the platform. I have a professional podcast bumper. It arrived over the weekend. I might do a take 2. The announcer mispronounced my name. They're saying Hallzie. And my name is Hallzie, so I don't know. I mean, even you spell it Hallzie, I don't know how you can mispronounce it. I don't know what type of software is it, if it's the actual person or if it's software, how the software can mispronounce my name, but somehow it got mispronounced. But nevertheless, I will unveil my bumper for you guys.
You are now listening to the Narrative Podcast with Hallzie Allen. The Narrative Podcast is changing the narrative one episode at a time.
So what y'all think? Is that dope or not? Let me know at passionwebmail@poeticpassion.host if you think it was dope, or do I need to do a take two. But oh yeah, and another curveball, some black facts. I'm gonna lay some black facts on you before I dive into the format. So, first black fact: the inventor of the microphone, James Edward Maceo West, been in 1962. He invented the electric microphone. And of course, there's like tons more data. Of course, he did tons more other work, but I just want to share the microphone. If you already knew, that's cool. I already knew too, but I think it's just something we kind of take for granted, and I want to share that with you. And the next one is Alicia Gabontzer. And she's very important because, all black inventors didn't just stop in the 1960s and 1970s. This is a current day modern inventor that has given us a whole lot of technological advances. She is, the machine behind the GIFs. So we all use GIFs, we all seen them. She invented the web animation for it. She also helped launch Hulu. She invented some software, Brighton Cove, and then Juiced Feed Room. She was also the Chief Digital Service Officer during at the U.S. State Department during Barack Obama's term. And then she also founded an organization called T Equitable, which specializes in helping employees, with work disputes like inter-office stuff, workplace biases, so like racism, just complaints with supervisors and managers, somewhere where they can keep their job without getting workplace retaliated against, or like if they do, it's her organization, they heavily document things and try to diffuse it before it even comes to that. But if you participate in that program, you're getting the bad end of business. If you separate from the company, you'll probably end up coming out with a lawsuit. So